This is the Rival Sit Start Advice live stream. With me is Brian and Bruce. Bruce today.
What's going
Welcome,
on?
man.
Welcome.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Bruce has made it to the show, so we have our third host here. This is great. All right, so listen, there's so much to cover right now. Honestly, I think this is like the most exciting week so far for some reason. There's like injuries, there's rookies starting that weren't starting, there's a game, already being played. It's nuts right now, man.
Would we call that a game? I don't know if we would call what's happening in London right now a game with Falcons.
That's rude. That's rude.
No, hey, the Jags look great. The Jags look it's half a game, at least.
It's half a game.
Yeah. If you're a Jags fan, you're happy.
Yeah. Especially after that 1-2 start. This is a good palate cleanser, I think.
Yeah. If you're a Falcons fan, I mean, you weren't happy coming into the game anyway, probably, right? So
yeah.
Doesn't really change much. But Bijan still looks great. Regardless of what's happening.
Honestly, he ripped off this like 15-yard run in the first half, and then they pulled him immediately the next play. I'm like,
you got to leave him in there.
It's what the Chargers used to do with Austin Eckler when Melvin Gordon was there, right? It's like, let the better players stay on the field. And they're just so adamant about getting touches to Algier and to I don't know if Cordero's even active today, honestly, but they're just splitting the backfield too much. You spent the 8th overall pick on him. Just let him run.
Let it ride. Yeah.
Let it go. But
it's also
especially when you can't get that offense going too. You got to keep Bijan out there.
Yeah. It's tough sledding in Atlanta, and I don't know if there's any sign of it changing anytime soon.
No.
Yeah, and it's also, like I said, it's an exciting week. You got Calvin Ridley playing his old team right now. Zeke is playing the Cowboys later. It's something like, some fun.
A lot of revenge narratives.
Revenge games. Yeah, love it.
I always like those. Those are fun. Do you ever put revenge games into your fantasy stock at all?
Yes, 100%. 100%. Yeah.
See, that's like a narrative thing. That's a narrative thing. People hate narratives in fantasy. They like stats, data, prove it type stuff that they can put on paper. But I believe in narratives, man.
Narrative and eye test, and that's what I'm going off of. I'm going off a heart. Who's gonna get up for the game on any given Sunday, right? That's what JB Fox taught me in that movie. That's right. That was JB Fox, I think.
That was JB Fox. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. So let's start here. We'll start with the recap of Thursday, like we always do. Just important points, things that we noticed, whether it's certain players, stats, whatever we feel was significant, especially from a fantasy perspective. Obviously, I would say the biggest takeaway was, the David Montgomery getting all the touchdowns again and Gibbs disappearing. So in terms of this, I was always a Montgomery guy, but obviously Gibbs, everyone was on Gibbs coming into this season. I wasn't really crazy on Gibbs because I don't know, this season, I feel like there was a lot of players, whether it was Gibbs coming into a situation where it's I didn't see it being so clear in terms of the workload, but same with the wide receivers, right? JSN and, Johnson, all these guys, they were coming into kind of crowded groups. And I didn't see the immediate breakthrough for those guys, but it seemed like a lot of people thought more than I did, I guess. Are you guys surprised by Montgomery still even coming back from the injury and still dominating this backfield over Gibbs? We'll let Bruce go first, man.
I'm not surprised. I mean, the Lions have shown us for the last 3 weeks that they're just not going to give Gibbs the majority of the carries, even though they drafted him top 12. You got to give him the rock. You got to give him the rock. So I'm not surprised, and they're just going to keep banging David Montgomery up the middle. So
yeah. Brian, are you surprised by their usage of him?
No, and I think I said this a couple of weeks ago. It's kind of like Dan Campbell told us they're going to do this, right? He's the one coach who I don't think believes in coach speak. He's just going to kind of say what he means and mean what he says. And he said that they're going to ease Gibbs into it. And that's a little nebulous. And does that mean it's going to take 8 weeks for him to take over? Or is this going to be exactly what they did last year with Jamal Williams and DeAndre Swift, right? Thunder and Lightning again with the Eckler and Melvin Gordon comparison from back in the day. So I think Montgomery's probably just going to keep that Jamal Williams role, and he's probably just going to 15 touchdowns at this point isn't a ridiculous possibility if he keeps going at this rate. So yeah, not really surprised. And I think it'll continue. I think Gibbs is probably going to end up being the guy between the 20s, and then Montgomery's going to bring it home.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we all agree on that. I mean, and what else in the game? I mean, St. Brown was pretty good, right? I mean, that's what we expect, of course. Was there anything that shocked you guys, Brian? Anything that shocked you in this game or surprised you? Or
not really. I think I'm a little surprised at how the Packers offense is playing in the first half, because that's been the last 2 weeks for the Packers. And I know they're coming off, short week and everything. I get that, but Jordan Love, it looks like it's taking him a little bit longer each week to get into his groove. So I was a little surprised by the Packers offense. They've looked better in the second half. They obviously mounted somewhat of a comeback. And the Packers offense is concerning because they get back to full strength and then they're hurt again, right? Like Musgrave is out with a concussion. Don't know if he's going to play next week. So you get Christian Watson back, but then you lose Musgrave. So what does this offense look like when it's full strength? We have less than a quarter of data on that. So that's my biggest question, and it's still going to be outstanding for at least a week, I would guess.
Yeah, so I mean, we expected Jordan Love to have some struggles, kind of up and down or whatnot. But Bruce, I was happy to see it. But did you like seeing like the rushing upside, like the touchdown for him rushing the ball, or like were you just like, I got lucky?
Yeah, I mean, no, I think Love, he's gonna have an up and down season. I mean, this is his first full year starting, so I wouldn't be. He's shown that he can run the ball. I mean, he's shown that he can command that offense. So I think every week that we're going to see, I feel like we're going to see something different from Jordan every single week. So I'm not really surprised that what he's putting on tape. But so.
For sure. And then we also had, the Packers running backs who were worthless. we speak about what Montgomery did. I mean, he did all the touchdowns for every running back in the game because the Packers decided to do nothing at all running the ball. Yeah. So that was an interesting point there. I expected when Aaron Jones came back, but I guess maybe he's rusty. Right? We just blame it on the rust, I guess. And then the last thing that stuck out to me was Dobbs. He had almost 10 receptions, almost 100 yards, but he didn't get a touchdown. Meanwhile, Watson came back and got a touchdown. He didn't have all the receptions and the yards. So I mean, for me, I think I'm going to still lean like Dobbs rest of season if I have to pick one or the other. But are either one of you guys taking the Watson side over Dobbs rest of season?
Yeah, give me Watson.
Yeah.
I give me the guy that can take one pass to the house in 80 yards. So yeah, give me that guy over. I mean, I like Dobbs, but I like the upside of Watson. So we'll see.
I'm going to take Dobbs.
I'm going to take Dobbs. If you're in any PPR format, especially, give me Dobbs over Watson. I know Watson's got the touchdown upside. I like that, but I think you said like it was. I think it was like nine grabs for 95 or something was his final line. So he's still getting you 18 PPR points without a touchdown. I'll take that. I'll take that every week, especially as a guy you probably got in the 10th round of your drafts, which he was drafted most places. So I'll take the Dobbs side. So Bruce, let's put a little skin on that. I think.
Listen,
money on that one. Higher fantasy finish.
Yeah. I'm up for it. I'll put a little wager up.
Yeah. All right,
I'm curious to
see. 50 on that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually did some social challenges before that game, from when I was on the Sirius Fantasy Alarm with Howard, and I actually did Jordan Love over Goff, and I won that one. Yeah. And I also did Dobbs over St. Brown, which I didn't think I was going to win that one actually going into it, especially with Watson come back, and I won that one too. So
nice.
That's some cojones.
That's the cool thing about challenges.
Yeah,
like the Packers could lose. The Packers could lose, or I still win. So like I liked it. You know what I mean? Like I was cool with it.
Yeah.
All right. So I mean, I think those are all the takeaways from Thursday that felt significant to me at least. I don't know if you guys have anything that you feel like we missed.
No, I think the Lions are real. The Lions are legit, and I don't think you have to. I think though the one takeaway from their receiver room is like it's Amon-Ra, it's Sam Laporta, and that's it. Oh yeah, Sam Laporta is the truth. That dude is he's like the tight end 3, I think, on the season, if not 2.
I believe he is. That's something I did forget to mention there. Laporta, he could have used a touchdown, but he was still like heavily involved in that game.
He is the outlier. He's the exception to the rookie tight end rule, and I think he's an every week must start. So unless you have, I think it's Kelsey, Andrews, Laporta. I mean, I don't know anyone else I'm starting over Laporta except those two at this point. I'm starting him over Pat Freiermuth in every league where I have him. So if that says anything, but
Yeah.
Other than that,
like I said,
that was the last thing I wanted to mention.
Damn, I need my Wallace shares to go up. What the heck?
Well, we need the Giants shares to go
no.
up. We need that offense to remember how to play football before we believe in Waller, I think.
Yeah, I'm just excited that, another tight end is getting into that mix. Because, you got, like you said, Kelsey. We have Andrews. We have Hawkinson. Hawkinson's up there now. And then you got the Kittles, the Wallers, who are not, Goddard, who aren't like hitting their point Pitts even, that aren't living up to what we want from them or what we expect from them. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that another tight end is getting that mix. Because a lot of times, if you don't got some of those top guys that we just mentioned, it's like you're just basically streaming week to week. Because at that point, it's the only thing that makes sense at tight end. So it was good to see, though. It was good to see. All right, we can look at injuries, or we can go straight to a question we already have here. What should we do? What do you guys want to do? We got questions popping up, or do you want to go straight to injuries?
Let's do injuries first, and then we can get in on the questions.
Yeah,
injury report's pretty lean today. So looks like Derek Carr is going to start for the Saints today. So, if you picked up Jameis Winston, I'm sorry, but it looks like Carr is still going to be in there. Nah, this doesn't really matter, but Chase Claypool is a healthy scratch. Unless you're starting him in like a 16-team league, nobody cares. Aiden O'Connell is starting for the Raiders.
Yeah, baby.
So Jimmy G is out with his concussion. So the Rook of preseason glory is going to get a go.
Down.
And then Deshaun Watson is a surprise inactive today. So Dorian Thompson-Robinson, DTR, is getting the start in Cleveland. So that's one that I think keep an eye on. I think it's like Amari Cooper, Jerome Ford, full stop for that game on the Brown side, but we'll get into that as
wait. So is Njoku playing today? I don't know if you mentioned that.
So it sounds like Njoku's going to be a game time decision. He's wearing a mask. He's wearing a mask. For those of you who didn't hear, he had an accident at his home last night, and he suffered some burns on his face and his hands.
Yeah.
So I think the Browns are going to see if he can, put on a helmet, if he can catch a pass during warmups, and then they'll go from there. I'd have a pivot option ready just in case Njoku does not go.
Yeah.
But other than that, those are the big updates. Oh, and apparently there's news that Zeke is supposed to split starter reps with Ramondre today. I don't know what that means. I think it's probably just load management for Ramondre, but something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, we might get some Zeke questions too. We'll see.
Yeah, I think it's Bill Belichick playing mind games. Yeah.
What else is new?
Exactly.
All right, cool. So let's go ahead. Actually, I want to do a bingo card really quick. We make this our, we like to do a bingo card every week. So we'll do that, and then after the bingo card, I'm sure some questions are starting to pile up. We'll get to some of those, and we'll go from there. Again, if you're listening right now, if you're watching right now, go ahead and drop your questions in there. We are going to answer your questions. So go ahead and drop them in there. We will get to your questions. We promise all your questions will be answered. Just go ahead and drop them in there. Stay tuned. We'll get to each one of them. Let's go ahead and just pull up a bingo card really quick. This is, again, Rival Fantasy. You can get to this from rivalfantasy.com, or you can download the Rival Fantasy app. Either one, whichever you prefer. Get in there and you can do a bingo card. We're going to show you the process really quick. You go down here. This is the screen you'll see if you have bingo cards active. This is how you'll follow along with them. This is your players, your game log, the achievements that you're trying to hit are over here. But we're going to go ahead and start a new one from scratch. We will all take part in this, Bruce and Brian. I'll go ahead. Hey, listen, we're going O'Connell, so there's no point to ask you guys what we're doing there. All
right. So one of our quarterback achievements is like 3 interceptions or
so we got Aiden O'Connell.
Fumbles.
We got O'Connell. Brian, give me a running back.
I'm going to go with James Cook today against the Dolphins. Okay. I think he's going to find some pay dirt.
All righty. Bruce, you give me a running back.
I got to go A-Chain. I think he follows up last week with a big week. So
that's a bold one. We got 2 rookies right now in here. So
I like it.
Let me go ahead.
You're taking a wide receiver, Neil.
Let's see. You know what? I might as well go with my boy Palmer against my Raiders, right? Maybe I should go that route.
Okay.
Let's have some fun. So this way,
Trey Palmer. Joshua Palmer.
Joshua Palmer. Yeah. That's my nod to everyone who wants to say Quentin Johnson is supposed to, be the guy, and I'm saying it's Palmer. So
it's Josh Palmer, people. Yeah. It's Josh Palmer.
Yeah. All right, Brian, give me another wide receiver.
I'm going to go with the Zay Flowers,
Zay Flowers.
for the Ravens because for anybody building a lineup, and if you didn't hear, Rashad Bateman and OBJ are out. That was announced earlier this week. I did mention it this morning.
Gotcha.
Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews going to eat today.
They are.
Hopefully.
Bruce, you got a tight end for me, Bruce?
Tight end. I'm gonna go Waller.
Wow, it's like he photographed or telegraphed it earlier.
And listen, he's got to show me. He's got to show me something this week. If the Giants need him big time to step up, or all my Daniel Jones shares are going to be in the toilet. So,
all right, we need a kicker, guys. Anyone have a kicker that's close to their heart today?
Yeah, I like Evan McPherson. You landed right on him. I think against Burrow's still a little banged up. So I think, and the Titans are really good red zone defense. So I think, there might be a lot of field goals in that game.
Yeah, and that makes sense. All right, and then we just need a flex. What are you guys thinking here? We're gonna flex a wide receiver or running back? What are we gonna do?
Maybe wide receiver. Maybe Jamar Chase. I feel like last week was kind of like the start of Jamar Chase's real season. So,
gotcha.
Put him in there.
All right, so we got Aiden O'Connell, James Cook, A-Chain, Palmer, Flowers, Waller, McPherson, and Chase. We're going to go ahead and submit this. Now on bingo, we can go one card. We can do 5, 10, 15, down to 100. We'll just do one since this is the show card, so we want to make sure that we can get a good card here. All right, cool. So that is confirmed. This is our card. These are the achievements we're looking to hit. We'll see how he does. I don't know, with bingo, do you guys do you guys look at it and track it all day live, or do you just wait till the end of the day to see kind of how you did? Like, do you have a good luck mojo approach to this?
I'm usually doing it after each slate. So after the early games, I'll go check. And then that way, if all of my cards are in bad shape, I'll just make some late slate cards, and then I feel a little bit better. So I kind of hedge that way.
That makes sense.
But yeah, that's how I've been doing it this season.
Great. And just for anyone watching, again, it's $1 for a card. This is the prize pool over here in the top left. So you can see how it breaks down, what you got to hit to win. It's a lot of fun. And you're going to see this prize pool just keep climbing as we get closer and closer to the game. So that's fun and exciting because every time someone buys a card, that's going to keep going up. All right, let's get to some of these questions. They are piling up. Some activity going on here. Let's see what we got. All right, the first one, Caden, the Colts fan. Start one. Moore, Pierce, Kelly, Hopkins. Any of you guys want to jump out at this first, or are we going to just break down each guy?
Start one? Oh, man. So it's Hopkins is healthy now, right? But that offense looks putrid.
Yeah.
Supposedly he's healthy.
I gotta go. I think I would go Moore. I think he's getting the targets. I think he's getting the targets down there, and I'm a big fan of DTR, so I think he balls out. So I go Elijah Moore.
Nice. If it's Dameon Pierce, I just at my homer pick, I'll take Dameon Pierce. I know Neil's going to give me a hard time, but I think Dameon Pierce will figure it out just based purely on volume because he's just going to keep getting he's all they've got. I understand Singletary's there, but Singletary's not good. So I'll take Dameon Pierce out of these guys.
Yeah. So for me, just trying to knock these guys off, Hopkins, he's got the injury. The Bengals, I don't think haven't been bad on defense against wide receivers so far this year. So that's a no for me. Pierce, I'm just not crazy about Pierce. Brian, you know this, man.
I know they have a good matchup today. I know the Steelers defense is really good, but the Texans are playing at home, and the Steelers just have not figured it out yet. So I think the Texans are going to actually win that game. So that's another reason I'm taking Moore or Pierce over Moore.
Yeah. And then Joshua Kelly against the Raiders. That's
Nope, it's the AJ Dillon effect because we saw AJ Dillon can't do it with or without Aaron Jones. Kelly can't do it with or without Austin Eckler. No.
But it is the Raiders, though. You know what? I'm changing my pick. I'm going Joshua Kelly. I got to go Joshua Kelly. It's the Raiders.
Oh, man. The hate that Neil has for Dameon Pierce, I am starting to feel for Joshua Kelly.
Oh, really?
He's the dude, you just want him to be successful, and he just keeps crapping the bed. It's just, it's so bad every time watching him play. So I'm out. I've given up on him. So,
Bruce, are you sure you want to change off of Moore, man? With that
Yes,
rookie
I'm going
quarterback?
Joshua Kelly. I'm going. This is going to be the last week I think that he starts, and I think he goes off. And then I think I'm expecting Eckler to come back next week or so.
Yeah, the way I go into it actually, and the way this I'm deciding this, I'm actually going to go Kelly as well. And I don't even like Kelly, and obviously I'm a Raiders fan, but I just feel like I'm looking at this list and I'm like, who's most likely to score a touchdown? That's all I really care about at this point in this grouping. And so I feel like Kelly is most likely to just like to fall into the end zone against the Raiders. Their defense has proven like in that goal line they're just not that great. And so I feel like that's the most likely option here. The Raiders are down to starting cornerback, so they're gonna they're gonna be able to move the ball at will, and they're just a good offense anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Kelly here, but I don't like have super confidence in like any of these guys. So like I'm not like these are not like like any home run hits here for me. Like there's no like so obvious play here to me.
You guys want to do a social challenge? I'll put 50 on Pierce. You guys want to take up half and half on Josh
Sure.
Kelly?
Yeah, why not?
All right, I'm gonna send it right now. We're gonna do it. We're doing a social
while you're
challenge,
doing that,
folks.
let's get to some more of these questions while you're doing that. We got
Okay.
Actison. I hope I pronounced your name there right. You said, can't believe it's come to this, but who do I start? Garrett Wilson versus Kansas City, Elijah Moore versus Baltimore, or Pacheco versus the Jets? I'm going Garrett Wilson here.
Lord.
I'm going Garrett Wilson.
Oh man, I can't go Garrett Wilson.
Man.
Listen, the Jets look bad on offense already. The Chiefs actually are pretty good on defense. I can't. Yeah, he's out of there. Out of those guys, I guess I got to go Elijah Moore. Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm gonna go
crazy.
Pacheco.
Brian. Pacheco. So we're split on
Pacheco.
this one. All of us again.
Okay, look here. Okay, if you're going
Against
Garrett
the Jets
Wilson,
defense.
if you're going Garrett Wilson, you are praying that Trevor Siemian is in the second half. That's what you're hoping for if you're starting Garrett Wilson. You're hoping for that or that he falls in the end zone, because I'm not putting money on Zach Wilson. I'm not trusting him to give me any good production, especially against Kansas City.
Right.
Kansas City has shown that their defense is scrappy. Chris Jones is back. Chris Jones could have 10 sacks today. Like, yes, that's an exaggeration, but like, Zach Wilson sucks. So I'm just.
I heard Aaron Rodgers came and talked. I heard Aaron Rodgers came and talked to the team.
Yeah, but he's not on the field. So I don't care.
He motivated
is
Zach
great
Wilson.
until Zach Wilson sees a good-looking older lady, and then his attention is gone. So, no, I'm out.
Actison, we didn't help you out very much here, man.
Fine, I will split the difference. I'll go with Elijah Moore. I'll give you Elijah Moore versus Baltimore. So yeah,
these guys are doing me dirty.
I love Garrett, dude. I have so much Garrett Wilson in my best ball. You know how much it pains me to not love him right now. It's tough. But
all right. Next one. Super CMB Challengers. Thank you again. You're a returning viewer, so I appreciate you. I noticed your name. You have returned. I appreciate you. Need a tight end, Njoku or Ertz or any other streaming options. Logan Thomas, Everett, Kincaid, Chig, Schultz, Otten, Knox, Hurst. He's throwing them all at us. And this is the thing again. This is what I just talked about earlier. I said if you don't have one of those top tight ends, you're doing this every single week.
Yeah, every week.
And so going into this week, which guy are you picking here? For me, I'm just going to come out of the gate. I'm picking Logan Thomas. I had him as my not so obvious lock of the week for this week. I love Logan Thomas. He's healthy. He had a concussion last week. It's not one of those injuries that he's had, it's a concussion, right? It's not an ankle, a hamstring, or this or that. So he's playing. He's good. Howell said how much they missed him. So if I'm streaming a tight end here,
we saw that. God.
Yeah. If I'm looking for a guy with top 10 upside out of this group that can make me feel really good at the end of the week, I'm going Logan Thomas on this one. I'm curious, what you guys got.
I got to go Logan Thomas, and that's a pretty crazy list of tight ends. Kincaid, no. Chig, no. Schultz, no. Otten, Knox, Hurts, no. I got to go Logan Thomas.
See, I'm gonna go Njoku if he's healthy. If he's active, I'm gonna take the shot on Njoku first, and then I would pick Hurst out of the other, out of the rest of the list, just because if Bryce Young is back and he's still if the ankle tweaks a little bit, he's probably not taking shots. And we saw the first couple of weeks he really likes Hurst as his check down. So
that's fair.
So that's the only reason. But again, it's a crapshoot. So.
Yeah, it looks like Actison chimed in on the question. He says, I like Everett or Kincaid. Explosive offenses, hoping one gets a touchdown.
Not
He
with
also
Donald
said
Parham.
more
There.
so. He said more so Everett with Williams out.
Yeah, but don't forget
So,
Donnie
but
Parham Jr.
listen,
Parham.
Parham's
Yeah.
getting a touchdown today.
He's the
I'm
real
sure.
DPJ. No Donovan Peoples-Jones around here. Donald Parham Jr. is now DPJ.
And also, nice to see the viewers helping other viewers. That's great,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
This is
That's a
what the All
community. That's
Fantasy
what we're all
Sports
about
audience
here,
is
people.
like.
We
We love
it.
this. All right, next one. Malachi, I believe you were also here last week, so shout out to you if you
Yeah.
were. At Malachi1476, start 3. AJ Brown, Hopkins, Moore, Tank Dell, Gabe Davis.
Ooh,
Okay, AJ,
That's
you're
a-
starting AJ Brown.
got
sure.
it. Yeah,
You're starting. So
Yeah.
we're starting 2 between the back 4.
Yeah.
You're
Mhm.
starting AJ Brown.
yeah, easy one. I think you gotta go Tank Dell. He's hot. You gotta go with the hot. Yeah, he's hot right now. So you gotta put Tank Dell in there.
I think I'm going Tank Dell and Gabe Davis out of these
Yeah.
guys. I think better. It's weird to say that the Texans are a better offense right now than the Bears and the Titans, but they are. And Gabe Davis is showing he remembers how to catch the ball now. So yeah I'll take AJ Brown, Tank Dell, and Gabe Davis.
Yeah, and I think like the obvious question here, someone's going to say, but DJ Moore is playing the Broncos. How are you not going to start DJ Moore? And DJ Moore has done pretty good this year. As bad as the Bears have been, he hasn't been like horrible. But here's the thing: the Broncos have Patrick Surtain, and DJ Moore is going to go up against the best cornerback basically in football, and I don't want no part of that. So,
Well, no parts of that.
you know, yeah. So
And
I
also,
get it, but I won't.
until the Bears get it figured out, until we see that Justin Fields
Yeah.
can remember how to throw the ball, and until they let him, run the offense, I think DJ Moore. I think he's kind of a every week bench until they figure it out.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, he's had. If you're looking at like PPR, he's had last 2 weeks double digits, so it's like not horrible.
No, he's not.
But
He's
at the
not
end of the
killing
day-
you, but
Yeah, he's not.
He's
killing
not.
it. Yeah,
He's not
exactly.
winning you a week. And
Exactly.
Tank Dell and Gabe Davis, they can win you weeks.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. And again, thank you everybody who's sending in questions and watching. We really appreciate you guys. Make sure you're hitting subscribe. Make sure you're liking the video. Sharing it if you can share it to a friend, a family member. I know you don't want to share it to your league mates. I respect it, but definitely
Throw it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Someone will see it. Throw it out into the void.
Put
that
it
is
anywhere.
Facebook.
We appreciate the support. So if you've liked the video, if you haven't, do it. If you're subscribed, please do it. We appreciate all the support though. Good luck, Malachi. Next one we got here from Acrazia. Start 2, Ford, Mixon, Kelly, White, Pacheco. Full PPR. Full PPR.
I mean, it's Ford and Mixon, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And I think the only one you may consider is Rashad White over Ford.
Yeah,
But assuming it's Rashad White, that's kind of what I'm assuming.
Who are the Bucks going against? Who are the Bucks playing this week?
Who are
The Bucks are playing
the
the
Saints. So I actually might avoid that. Yeah, just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm not. No, I like the Saints defense so much. I'm not. I think it's Ford, Mixon, and sleep well tonight.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and Ford's been hot, man. So I know he's playing Baltimore, but he's been hot, man. So
Yeah, and
definitely don't wanna-
DTR is gonna DRT Dorian Robinson. Yeah, so but I think he's gonna have to check down a lot, probably to Ford. If it's not
Yeah.
Njoku, it's gonna be Ford. So I think
Yeah.
that's
And you don't worry about like, oh well, Deshaun Watson was mobile. Well, so is he. So is the rookie
Yeah.
quarterback. So it's like you're not changing nothing in the offense really because
Yeah.
of the change. So it's fine. Another question from Crazy. I traded Burrow and DK for Ridley. I had Richardson and Love already. Did I win that trade? Burrow and DK for Ridley.
I think so. I think you did. So he traded Burrow away for DK and Ridley.
No.
He traded Burrow and DK.
Oh, sorry.
I hate to say it. I think you lost that.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Burrow than Jordan Love right now, even with how the Packers are going. Now, look, it's not a bad trade because Calvin Ridley is a stud. Like, if you obviously, it sounds like you traded from position of strength. You don't need Burrow, but I think I would still rather have DK than Ridley over the course of the season, barely. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to say you lost it because I don't know what the rest of your team looks like. But I think you could have gotten more for Burrow and DK. I think you could ask for another piece.
Yeah, I mean that's where I come with this. I'd like to know why. You know what I mean, like first of all, I don't know. We don't know anything about the league, right? Like we don't know if it's if it's one quarterback. We don't know what's going on here, and we don't know what the rest of the positions look like at wide receiver and running back for this, for Crazia. But in general, I wouldn't trade Burrow and DK for just a wide receiver. Even if you're like,
I agree.
even if you're like concerned about DK for some reason, injuries, the rookie JSN coming up, even if there was some concern, I mean, he's outplayed Ridley, I think, to this point this season, right? So far, I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'd have to
today,
check what their
Ridley.
rankings are, but they're I
Yeah,
mean they're pretty close.
yeah.
So
So in general, like,
it's
I know
a
Burrow
bad
has struggled.
trade, but
Yeah, like, I know Burrow has struggled, but it's like, the expectation is obviously higher.
yeah.
So I feel like you sold low is kind of the point I'm making here. Like, I feel like you could have got
Yeah.
more.
I think the point difference for DK and Calvin Ridley for the rest of the season is not going to be that much different. So to me, I think I'd much rather have Burrow and DK and rather than Ridley. So
Yeah, I agree. I feel like you could have like if you were trying to just get rid of Burrow, like you just wanted to get rid of Burrow and maybe you liked Ridley. I'm cool with that, but at least try to get something else thrown in here, whether it's a running back or like whatever else that you need, like to strengthen your team. Because I mean, you don't necessarily have to have Burrow if you trust Richardson, staying healthy and you like Love. I understand the upside to both of those guys and wanting them over Burrow, but I just feel like you could have got more back, even though you felt like you were trading from a position of power or
Yeah.
a
I
higher
will say,
position,
just
but-
to put a cap on it, DK is the wide receiver 22 so far. Actually, let me update that to full PPR. But it looks like DK is still, like high 20s, 21, 22. And you've got Calvin Ridley down around like the low 30s. So,
yeah.
again, that's going to change probably. Cream res is to the top. But, again, if Ridley's your dude, then it's a good trade because you got the guy you wanted. And that's really what matters. If that fits for your lineup construction, then it's a good trade. So
I would just say I would have wanted more. That's all.
Yeah. I'm always trying to win the trade, but
Yeah.
I think Ridley's probably, you can argue he's the best player in that trade. And he just hasn't performed like the best player yet. So
Yeah. All right. Next question we got here from All in One Show. Start 3 PPR: Diggs, Olave, Waddle, and Nakua. It's a pretty good list of wide receivers,
Ooh.
there, man.
Ooh. I think you got to have Diggs, Olave, and to me the real question is Waddle and Nakua.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so matchups, you got the Dolphins are playing the Bills. That's going to be a slugfest. I mean, smash the over on that one for sure. And who do the Rams have today?
They're playing the Colts.
They got the Colts. So, I mean, are the Rams just going to run the ball? Like, if Richardson is still a little iffy, I worry about the Colts keeping up with the Rams. I might. No, I think you go Waddle. I think you just do Waddle and so like it's Diggs and Olave, full stop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take Waddle over Puka.
Give me Puka. Give me Puka as the third option. And the reason why I say that is because we've seen. I mean, the targets have been there continuously. The Bills' defense is still pretty good. I think everyone thinks that the Dolphins are going to go in there and drop 50 on them like they did last week. It's not going to happen. I mean, the Bills are pretty good. So give me Nakua. Give me Nakua.
Yeah, I mean, I the point we're making here is this is like you can't lose really. I don't think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Diggs, Olave, obviously you play them. Waddle, Nakua, you split it whichever way you feel more comfortable. But I mean, they honestly even Waddle against the Bills isn't a bad matchup. They're down there starting safety, I believe, this week. If I'm
Poyer's out. Yeah, Poyer's out.
Yeah, so
right.
I mean that's a big loss for the Bills. So and Waddle's come back from a concussion, so it's not like it's not like a hamstring or an ankle, So hopefully he's fine, but there is rust. So if you're trying to find like some negative, you could be like, well, he's come back from an injury. Maybe I want to see that he's fine first, or you've seen. I mean, I don't. It's hard to split this one, man. It's really just go with your gut, like whichever player you like more, because there's no like wrong decision. There's no like, oh, you shouldn't have did that. I mean, like, there's nothing. You can't blame yourself on this one. Like, you're just gonna have to choose which way you feel heavier towards. If I had to just pick, I would say Waddle's come back from an injury. Let me see how that goes first. I'll just go Nakua. You know what I mean? That's how I would have to, if I have to divide it somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how I would approach it. All right, good luck. Also, All in One Show said start 2 in PPR: Pittman, Ayuk, Evans, Judy, Higgins, Tutu. I love when people have like seven options. They're all decent.
This is
like, damn.
Easy one. Start 2. You got to go Pittman and Ayuk. Got to go Pittman and Ayuk. I said
a smash for you, really?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw the tweet or saw the news. that Richardson and Pittman had matching shirts coming into the game. Listen, give me that narrative all day. Step Brothers for life. Yeah, so yeah, give me that one, and then Ayuk. I think that offense is. I think they're humming. So I just think that it's the better offense out of that group. So give me Ayuk.
Okay. I'm going to take
Brian,
Ayuk and Mike Evans. Until Mike Evans tells me and shows me he can't do it, I'm not betting against a first ballot Hall of Famer. So he's done it with Jameis, he's done it with Brady, and he's doing it with Baker. So yeah, give me every Mike Evans share under the sun, and I'll sleep well tonight. So I'm going to go Ayuk and Evans.
This is such a crazy group of wide receivers to choose from because, obviously we know Pittman, we know Ayuk, we know what's good with them. We know what's good with Evans, who, again, still has been playing really good with Baker Mayfield. Then you got Judy, who's playing the Bears defense. Yeah. So, that's beautiful, right?
Yeah, but Higgins can Russ
Burrow's been struggling.
Enough?
Can Russ cook it? Can Russ cook?
Is Russ going to cook? I don't know.
It's the Bears.
I don't know.
They're like the worst defense in the NFL. So, I mean, Tutu, I love Tutu this week also. He was my not so obvious lock of the week wide receiver. So it's like, man, I love so many players on this list. If I had to pick, I probably would go Ayuk because Debo's out this week. Am I right? Or is he back?
Debo? No, I think there's a chance he's gonna be back. Yeah, I think he's gonna be back.
But he's banged up, so I still think Ayuk's gonna take most of the time.
Yeah. So I would likely go Ayuk and Evans, honestly. But again, I see the upside in so many of these guys, and Pittman and Judy. Higgins, not so much. Tutu, I like a lot this week. So again, this is one of those situations where, you have to get, down and dirty and figure out how you're, splitting this, up, why you're picking a certain guy over the other guy. But Ayuk and Evans feel like the most obvious to me and the most clearest path to, a touchdown and some really good receptions. So that's where I would go with that one. All in one show, man. You got some questions on your hands there at wide receiver, man. You've been drafting good at wide receiver.
To have. Good problem.
Next one, unknown Fitty, DJ Moore, or Cortland Sutton. Sutton. I just told you they're playing the Bears.
Sutton. Yeah,
Sutton. I don't want. These guys are playing each other, but DJ Moore is going up against Patrick Surtain. Sutton is not going up against Patrick Surtain, so that's just the way you got to roll with that one.
Yeah.
A crazy I said also, who do you think I can trade Mixon or White for? Having a hard time selling them. I mean, it's hard to tell without seeing your league, right? So. Yeah. But if you had to guess, are you looking to trade him for another running back? Are you trying to trade him for a quarterback, wide receiver? What are you trying to do? If we assume running back, what do you guys think, you could do here?
If you're trying to trade White, you're going to have to package him with something else to move him. There's nothing appealing to me about Rachaad White, in a trade scenario. Unless I am desperate at running back, if I had Eckler and Saquon somehow, and I need to plug holes, but, I think you're going to have an easier time trading Mixon because of his name value. I'd go for I think in the right situation, you could trade a Joe Mixon for a Brandon Ayuk. I think, or a Michael Pittman or something. I think that's probably the range you're in. I know Ayuk to Pittman is a wide gap, but I think that kind of tier of wide receiver is probably what you're looking at. Running back, hard to say.
Yeah, I think in that tier of running back, you're probably looking at maybe Rachaad White for Aaron Jones, maybe Brian Robinson. I think maybe even if someone is not as happy with Breece Hall in that offense, I do think better days are ahead once they bench Wilson. I think they'll be better, but I think those are some running backs you could target in that range. So
and for me, I wouldn't trade Mixon necessarily because I don't think you're gonna be able to trade up any further.
Exactly.
Probably.
Yeah.
So if I'm just looking to move White at this point, I'd look for guys who maybe haven't hit what we want them to hit and see if that the team manager is more willing to get them up like a Gibbs, Jamar Gibbs, right? He's been struggling.
That's what I was about to say.
Touchdowns. So I move him for a Gibbs or a Javonte Williams. I know you guys aren't high in the Broncos offense, but I feel like he's going to get better as the season goes on. Those are the kind of trades I'm looking to make in that case. If you believe in Alvin Kamara and his return, Brian doesn't believe in it, but something like that. Those are the kind of things I'm looking to do because I'm just not high on White and I'm looking to find some kind of value, out of it.
So if we go back then, if we're in the same situation, instead of Burrow and DK, if you get offered DK and Rachaad White for Jahmyr Gibbs as the Gibbs owner, are you taking that deal?
Wait, you said Rashad White and who?
and DK Metcalf
For Gibbs?
for Gibbs. Are you taking that deal?
Yeah,
You moving Gibbs?
But I see, like in that case, I would have tried to have trade for, you know, if say they had them on the same team, Ridley and Gibbs and White and Metcalf. Like if you would have said he did that, that makes more sense to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The DK Burrow straight up for Ridley, which just seemed, you know,
Yeah.
a lot. All right. Before we go into some more of these questions, because they're all in here, we appreciate you guys. Keep dropping them. We're going to keep answering them. I do want to bring up challenges really quick on Rival Fantasy. Brian mentioned that he sent us a social challenge, so we'll pull that up in a second. But just in case you're not familiar with the platform, you go on here and you can skip through the challenges. It's head-to-head, fantasy points only. Someone's placed a $1 bet on Patrick Mahomes. You can come to the other side, place a $1 bet on Hill over Mahomes in fantasy points, and you can just keep going through them. Mahomes over here, Hurts getting no love. So if you don't believe, look, Mahomes against the Jets defense, $31 is bet on him right now.
I just put $10 on that one.
Hurts
Easy
getting
money.
no love. So
Yeah.
you could take the side, put whatever you want. You could do the exact, I mean, you could do like 1-5. You could take whatever part of that. You don't have to take the full 31, just so you were clear on that. You can skip through it if you don't like what you see. Justin Jefferson, Patrick Mahomes, you can start. You can be the first person to put the challenge out and, you know, put money on the side, or you could just keep skipping through, finding the ones you want. Another one, someone's taking $10 on Mahomes over Lamar Jackson and the Browns versus the Browns. So these are challenges. These are system generated. You can also go into social challenges where you can create your own, like this. I created Andy Dalton versus Aiden O'Connell. Person hasn't accepted yet because they're a coward, but that's okay.
Andy Dalton's not starting.
If you want, yeah, that's why they did it. But they actually sent me Brian Hoyer and Andy Dalton, so that's why I just countered with that. But now it doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah,
But
Neil, if you refresh, you should have a new social challenge in your.
I will check that in a second. If you want to create a challenge, you can go in here. Obviously, you'll want to select NFL because you can also play MLB. You go in here, you pick whatever player you want. Pick the other side for your friend, for social, for whatever you're doing. You could pick their side. You put the bet on the player you want, and then you send it out there. I'll just show you guys really quick, just so you kind of have an idea of how it works. So say we're doing Josh Allen, say Jalen Hurts, hit continue. You pick your side, you put the amount, you place it, and after you place that, now you have the opportunity to either send it to any of your friends directly on Rival. This is a good reason to add your friends on Rival directly on the platform. This way you can just send it right to them really quickly. If you don't want to do that though, you can always just copy the link or share it to, you know, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Put it, you know, send it to your friends, text messages, emails, whatever you want to do. It's a great way to, you know, have challenges with your coworkers and, you know, friends and family. Or you can go to the For You section. This is where you'll find challenges from people like Brian, who do stuff like Damon Pierce versus Joshua Kelly, which
Madman. Madman.
So see, again, he sent a $50 challenge. I'm going to take 25 of it. I don't have to take the whole bet. So it'd really be my 25 versus 25. If someone like Bruce wants to come in there, he could take the other side. That's fine as well. And again, this is how Rival challenges work. You could do that at rivalfantasy.com or download the app in the App Store, Rival Fantasy Sports in the App Store. All right, let's get back to some of these questions because, again, they are piling up. All right, we have Bands Santana, last flex spot, full PPR, Kelly, Myers, or Thielen.
Ooh,
So interesting group of names there.
I like Thielen. I think Thielen is the pick for me.
I think I gotta go. So wait, is Young back this week?
Yep. Yeah, Bryce is playing this week.
Bryce is back this week. I don't know if I want to. Yeah, see, I think the problem with the Carolina offense is that Andy Dalton came in there and looked better than Bryce Young.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but he always turns back into a pumpkin. Andy Dalton does this every year. He'll spot start 1 to 3 weeks. He'll look great, and then one of those games he'll just completely fizzle out.
I'll jump out and say I'm assuming that's Jacoby Myers. I'm taking Jacoby Myers in this situation with my boy Aiden O'Connell.
Give me Kelly. Give me Kelly.
Guys, we are not helping the people. This is
it's great. It's great. Listen, Jacoby Myers, for me, Aiden O'Connell, rookie quarterback, is going to sling the rock. Listen, he has nothing to lose. The Raiders have nothing to lose. Jimmy G's not out there. They can always just go, oh, well, Jimmy G's out. So, you know, we tried our best. They're trying to find out what Aiden O'Connell's got. I don't think they're going to play it safe. And so this is why they're not playing Hoyer, right? Because you want the rookie to prove what he's got. You want to see if he's going to be the future or not. And so why not sling the rock against a bad defense? Yeah. And so Myers, man, all day for me. All day. Thank you, Ban Santana. Please, again, if you're not subscribed, guys, hit the subscribe button. hit like. These are important things for us to grow the Rival Fantasy Sports platform. Crazy said, y'all don't think Kelly has any upside versus Vegas? We have talked about it. We do believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do believe he does. We just, when
Well,
you
you
send us,
guys do.
a bunch of other
You
running
guys
backs that we
do.
like more, just because we pick the other running backs that we like more in your question doesn't mean we don't like the other ones. It's just that we have to pick two or one, whatever the
He
case
has
is.
upside versus Vegas.
So yeah, he does have upside. He does have upside to fall into it, but Brian hates him.
I'm off the
Jacob Ander, need a flex in PPR, Hopkins, Sutton, or McLaurin.
Ooh.
I know Brian's going McLaurin, right?
Yeah, it's McLaurin. It's McLaurin with Sutton being a very, very tight second.
Yeah, I got to go McLaurin.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm going to go Sutton, man. I'm going Sutton. McLaurin's playing Philly. That defense isn't, a cakewalk. And so I am taking Sutton. I'm going to take the matchup, man. Sutton's been good. He's been underrated just because he's a damn Bronco and you guys don't think they're good.
I love Cortland Sutton. I'm a Sutton truther. I think McLaurin, as we talked about narratives earlier, I like a divisional matchup more than I like Broncos versus the Bears. I like Commanders versus Eagles more. Just those teams hate each other's guts. So
yeah,
I just think that's going to turn into a slugfest.
Listen to me, Jacob. Cortland Sutton. Don't listen to these guys. He had 11 targets last week, 8 receptions against a damn Miami defense, which is actually good. Just play Cortland Sutton against a terrible Bears defense.
Get them both in your lineup if you can.
Yeah, if you can. Jenna Ants, hope I'm saying that correctly. Tua or Josh Allen. Finally, a quarterback question. Is this our first quarterback question?
I think so.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Yeah, the same matchup. That's a good. Oh, that's tough.
I gotta go Josh Allen.
Yeah, I think it's Josh Allen. Tua's not going to do what he did last week every week. So
no,
and I think the decider, because it's the same matchup for me, is Josh Allen's at home. So I'll take the home team if you're picking, in that situation.
Yeah,
it's a tough one for sure. This is tough, Jenna. Again, one of those situations where it's like you can't go wrong. You have 2 studs. You got to pick one of them. They're playing each other. You got to find a reason why you like one more than the other. Even if you go, hey, Tua and the Miami offense can better rely on the running game, and so therefore I'm going to go Josh Allen because I feel like he's had to air it out more or something. That's where I would go. So I would say Josh Allen because the Dolphins can turn around and run touchdowns with A-Chain and Raheem, and they could just throw a couple of touchdowns, and Josh Allen feels like to throw a lot more. So that's that. I don't know what H means. 1063 Avenue. Chad Gordon, Ford or Palmer flex. Ford or Palmer. That's tough, man. I'm a big Palmer guy this week. I'm going to go Ford, though, I guess.
You got to go Ford. Yeah, you got to go Ford.
He's just been too good. But
you don't think so?
I may go Palmer just upside wise. I don't know. I just love Josh Palmer. I'm waiting for him to do it. So
does Josh Palmer have upside though? I feel like
in Chargers offense, if Justin Herbert's throwing you the ball, you always have upside.
I mean, if you're Keenan Allen, yeah, but I don't know if Palmer. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see.
I will again say
Ford's going to be the safety blanket with.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will again say the Raiders are down their second cornerback, so that's who Palmer's going to be going against to fill in. But again, Ford the last 2 weeks in PPR is like over 20, right near 20. Like I'm going with the guy who's scoring touchdowns. I'm going with the guy who their team's going to rely on because they don't have their starting quarterback in there. Yeah. So I'm going Ford. Going forward, Chad. He also asked us, all right, same question. I guess it's full PPR, he's saying.
I'm still going forward. I think you got to go with the running back who has put up top 15 numbers since he's been put into that lineup. You got to go with
Agreed.
All right, Riley. I'm not going to pronounce the last name because I don't want to do that to you, but need one for flex full PPR. Mike Thomas, Chris Godwin, Tank Dell, or Scary Terry. Even through the nickname in there for Scary Terry, so he's got love for him. She or he.
Wow, how good are your wide receivers that you have to flex these guys?
You only need one. You can only use one of these guys. I'd say it's time to make some trades. First of all,
yeah, start moving guys. I'm gonna go Chris Godwin. He's a different breed than the rest of these guys. Tank Dell's great, so is McLaurin. You guys know I love both of them immensely, but. Give me Chris Godwin because he's Chris Godwin. He's perennial top 15 wide receiver. Again, he's doing it with Baker too. So until he proves me wrong, I'm going to ride the Godwin train.
Are you doing the same thing, Bruce?
I gotta go Tank Dell, man.
Man, I love it.
All right.
I gotta go Tank. Well, actually, no. I'm going Scary Terry. Scary Terry. He is. I feel like we sometimes forget how good he is, just because he's been on these bad offenses. I'm going with Scary Terry. I feel like the Eagles, he is the number one receiving options for the Commanders. Give me Scary Terry.
Okay.
Give it to me.
The way I approach this is, if you want to be responsible, if you want to be an adult with this, you go Chris Godwin. This is like the obvious choice in terms of like, this is the best player. This is the guy who's proved it, has done it. But if you want to get crazy, if you want all that upside, you go Tank Dell. You get crazy. If you're down, if you had Thursday Night Football and you're behind because
if you played against David Montgomery, go Tank Dell.
Then you go Tank Dell, man. He's had over 20-something points every single week the last 2 weeks. I mean, the guy's been going crazy out there.
He's just good at football. Like, he's just
and it's
good.
And it's PPR, and I just love it. Yeah, I'm going Tank Dell if you want all that upside. If you want the upside. If you want to be a responsible adult.
The moral of the story is we're still all out on Michael Thomas until he proves he can stay healthy for more than 4 weeks.
Tell It How It's Sports is this Rival Fantasy League 2. Not sure of the question, but we do have a Rival Fantasy League 2.
We do.
So you're watching the right show.
Yeah.
Just not sure.
You're in the right place.
You're in the right place. This is definitely Rival Fantasy, and that's where that league is hosted at for sure. Because we have season-long leagues. It's a great point to mention. We have season-long leagues on Rival Fantasy. Look at this. The viewers are helping us into segments here. Season long is available. Rival Fantasy League 2 is here. I am 0-3. Let's not talk about it. But was this person trying to throw a shot at me here? No, to put my
I think so. Tell it how it is, sports.
You might have got me. Tell it how it is, sports. Let's take that off the screen.
Yeah.
Lil Nico _13 PPR pick 2 Kamara Jacoby Nico. That's a fun one.
Jacoby
get to pick 2 of them.
Jacoby.
Is that fun for you?
I gotta go Kamara Nico. Gotta go Kamara Nico.
How you gonna pick Nico over Jacoby?
I just think that the Texas offense, they're passing crazy. I mean, CJ is looking good. I think Kamara is going to go. Yeah. I think Kamara is going to get. I think he's going to lead that backfield in touches today, catches. I think with what's his face, Carr beat up. I think they're going to want to get the ball, dump offs, get it out of his hands quick so he doesn't get hit. Yeah. And I think Kamara is going to be the beneficiary of those. So.
What about you, Neil?
I'm going to go Kamara and Jacoby. I get waiting on Kamara and wanting to see him prove it first, but I just can't. I drafted him to play him, and so I have to play him. So it's just one of those
things. Where did you draft Kamara? What do you mean you drafted him to play?
Because there was leagues where I waited on running backs to let Kamara come to me, and so I drafted Kamara.
Yeah, but if you waited to let it, so you went 0 RB to rely on Alvin Kamara.
Yes.
Neil, you're killing me.
So now I'm going to let it pay off. Kamara,
all right.
Kobe. What do you have for Nico, Brian? What do you have for Nico? Do you have anything?
I mean, I just like the Texans offense this week. And again, the Steelers just don't look the same. And I think the Texans, like Bruce said, they're pass happy right now. And we know that it's Nico and Tank Dell, and whether, Nico's the 1 or the 2, depending on the week. No tight ends are getting in on the action there. They're the only options that Stroud's looking at now. So I just think that, if Nico gets 8 targets and he catches 4 of them for 80 and a touch, you're pretty happy at the end of the week. So
yeah. I think if you're looking at it, to me, I tend to err on the side of the better offense, and I think right now, the Texans they have a better offense than the Raiders. So
All right, cool. Thank you for the question, Nico. Make COD great again. Richardson, Burrow, or Kirk today. What about rest of season? I have access to all of them in my 8-teamer. All right.
Easy one. Richardson. I mean, listen, guys, what he showed us in the games that he's played and the game that he was healthy before he was knocked out and he had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I think he's shown enough. They got some weapons out there. They're going to get back. I think they're going to get back JT. Hopefully, that's going to make that offense even better. But give me Richardson. So
Brian, you made a face when he said that.
I'm gonna go Kirk, man. The Vikings are 0-3. I think they're just gonna try to absolutely roll over the Panthers. I think Kirk could like maybe throw for 4 touchdowns today. So, like obviously, I know that's perfect world in a vacuum, but they have to win today. If the Vikings go to 0-4, they're not going to the playoffs. So, I think Kirk's gonna do everything he can to make sure that does not happen.
Yeah. I mean, I can get Kirk. I mean, I get it. Like, he's been consistent. He's done well. His team's always got to score to win games. They got to keep scoring and scoring. They stay in games that way. So it's like, Anthony Richardson with the injuries and everything, if I'm just betting rest of the season, I just go with Kirk just because it's like the safer play. Yeah. But if you're just looking for like, hey, I got a safe quarterback already, I want just crazy upside, then I like Richardson. And so that's how I would split that up.
Yeah.
Michael Brown, pick a flex, Lockett, Addison, Flowers, or A-Chain.
PPR.
I'm gonna get a little spicy. I'm gonna go with Zay Flowers. There's nobody else there today. It's Mark Andrews and it's Zay Flowers. So I think he could have 12 targets by the end of the game. So, which it hurts me to say not Lockett because I love Lockett, but yeah, I'll take Zay Flowers today for a flex.
Yeah, Bruce, how is Lockett going to do against your Giants, man?
He's going to kill the Giants. He's going to listen. I'm going to go Lockett. I just think that Geno's coming. He's coming back to New York because they're going to play. So he's coming. Geno's coming, even though he didn't play for the Giants. But he's coming back to New York. He's going to want to show and prove. I got to go Lockett. The Giants are also starting like rookie cornerbacks, veteran receiver against rookie cornerbacks. Give me Lockett, man. Give me Lockett.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go Lockett too. And see, this is funny because this is one of those questions where a lot of people probably would say A-Chain just because of what he did last week. And this is where you don't want to get caught up in that, what he did last week type stuff, because it hasn't been consistent. It's not going to be consistent. It's not possible to score 70 points every week where A-Chain's going to have all those opportunities. And so someone like A-Chain, you kind of wait it out. When you have guys that are more surefire, like Lockett and even Flowers and Addison are like, rookies who have had some consistent, success already this season. So this is where you don't want to get caught up in the A-Chain, A-Chain train, I guess, get caught up in it. So when you have way better options, I think you go with them. All right, Dominic S. Start T. Higgins, Mossert, or Ayuk at flex, full PPR.
That's a spicy one. That's a good one, man.
We got to speed up here, too, because we got lots of questions.
Yeah. We got lots of I'll go Mostert.
I gotta go Mostert. Yeah.
Wow, both Mostert, yeah.
Actually, Mostert. I go Mostert this week. No.
Yeah. I think you stay with him, too. She's just the safest one. And he's done really well. So he's had great games. Kyle Sims, Moss or Javonte? Javonte with the better matchup, and AR5 is back, which may hurt Moss, but he's been hot. I talked about Javonte earlier, man.
Moss.
I love Javonte, but I'm going to go Moss. I think they're going to run him, make sure AR doesn't get another concussion. So
yeah, I think it's Moss. It's Moss.
Yeah, it's Moss, but Javonte, man, should have a good game. So if you can figure out how to get them both in the lineup, definitely do that. G. Rady, Ramondre, or Zeke? Zeke is apparently getting starting reps.
Don't overthink it, man. It's still Mondre. It's still Mondre.
Well, it is. You know what? I'm going Zeke.
No,
I'm going Zeke. No,
I'm still going Ramondre. It's
you don't think Bill puts Zeke in there to get a goal line carry to get that touchdown?
Yeah, like Zeke's got the touchdown upside, but Ramondre is still probably going to catch more passes, I think.
That's
so
fair.
I think especially if it's PPR, I think Ramondre is just going to get more volume. So I'm going to go.
Okay, I go. Yeah, Ramondre. I could see that. Yeah.
I mean, when you look at like last week, for instance, and this is where all the Zeke love is coming from. Obviously, he had the touchdown, but like he had 16 rushes compared to 19 for Stevenson. I think they both only had one target, if I recall, passing wise. My thing is like when you tell me Zeke is going to be this, get started working out, I'm like, no, he's not. So because this is Patriot stuff, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to go Stevenson just because I feel like now the Patriots are playing head games or something.
The Patriot way,
Yeah, but I totally get loving the narrative of Zeke versus the Cowboys, so I get it if you want to do it. And he said it's half point PPR, by the way, which doesn't change our answers on this case.
Yeah, so yeah.
Joe Dev PPR, B Rob Jr. or
B Rob.
And that's coming from a Giants fan, so believe him, whichever way he is. Naughty Otter, sup fellas, sup Naughty Otter.
Naughty
Otter, I love that name.
Yeah, it's a great name. Should I start James Conner, Sutton, or Flowers on my flex today? Oh man, these are all guys I like.
Oh, James Conner. I think you got to go James Conner, right?
No, not against the Niners. If you can do Flowers,
shit, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
I that's the only reason I'm off Conner. If you have other options, like if you're flexing them, dude, give me Flowers again. I'm still gonna go with Zay Flowers.
I'm sticking with my Sutton. If you were listening earlier, Otter, I made my case. I'm not gonna keep making it. Just believe me. Just believe me. It's Sutton. Bruce, split us.
No, not Sutton. What the heck?
It's Sutton. I'm telling you, it's Sutton.
I'm gonna go James Conner. I know it's the Niners. I know, but give me the guy that's gonna have. Yeah, he's all they got. Give me James Conner.
Okay.
Oh, appreciate it, Naughty Otter. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the question. The real MVP, Madison at Carolina, nope, or Rachaad White at New Orleans. Oh, this is terrible. I feel all these tough ones, and then this one comes along, and now I feel bad because all these people have 4 guys that are worth starting, and you have nobody to real MVP.
Go Rachaad White in full PPR. It's White even against New Orleans because Madison and Akers is active today, so we don't know what that looks like. I'm staying away from that backfield. So go White.
No, I'm going Madison. I know we're going back. I feel like Madison is going against a weaker run defense. I'm staying away from the Saints.
Higher chance at a touchdown, Madison. So Madison for me. E-Rocka, I believe you were watching last week as well. Thank you again for returning. We appreciate it. Hope you guys are all subscribed. Do not forget to subscribe and like this video. We appreciate you guys. We're trying to show love. We want your love back. It helps it all work perfectly. Hi, fellers. Ooh, fellers.
I like that.
At what point do you stop slotting guys into your lineup based on name recognition? I have T. Higgins, but Sutton has outperformed him. Bro, I'm with you here. Sutton over Higgins, my man.
I am Sutton over Higgins this week too. To answer the question, I think we're at the point now you go with the people who are performing every week. I think 3-4 weeks of performance is enough to start making those calls.
No.
I'm not dropping T. Higgins, but I'm starting Sutton over him today for sure.
I get it, guys. But I gotta go T. Higgins. Joe Burrow's healthy. The targets. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess he got he wasn't he didn't have an injury designation this week. Joe Burrow's healthy. T. Higgins is still getting the targets.
Yeah.
Even though he's been dropping everything left and right. Give me T. Higgins. I'm not trusting Russell Wilson and Courtland Sutton. Not doing it. Give me T. Higgins.
Okay.
And I get it. Go with I say roll the dice one more time. E-Rocka, go with T. Higgins.
All right. We got me and Brian got Sutton.
Yeah, we got Sutton.
I don't know how to pronounce your name. JXHE17, half PPR, Flex 2, Wilson, Debo, Moore, Breida. Definitely not Breida. I just think Wilson and Debo. You guys may say Moore and Debo.
I think it's Wilson and Debo. Yeah.
Yeah. Wilson and Debo for me.
Wilson Debo.
Zach Giles, start Flowers, Pickens, Collins, or Godwin, full PPR. Dang.
It's Godwin. Godwin
just
for me.
One? We can only start one?
Yeah, I think if we're starting just one, I'm going to go Godwin.
And that's Nico Collins. I guess I gotta go. I gotta go Godwin. No, I'm going Nico. I'm going Nico. I love Nico.
Nico, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Who's the Texans fan here? This is
wait, hold on. You guys don't like Pickens? Why not Pickens?
I just don't have faith in Kenny Pickett right now. So until Kenny Pickett can throw for more than like 250 yards in a game, and Pickens is going to be double covered because he's all they've got with Deontay out. So
yeah, for me it's Godwin if you want upside Flowers, but I think Godwin is a safe play.
Yeah, agreed.
I go Nico.
All right, that's fine, man. That's fine. Invader him. PPR, Madison or Pacheco?
Pacheco. Yeah, I think it's Pacheco.
Madison.
I never thought I would see the day. that Neil's gonna pick Madison.
I got to counter these guys. This is Madison. Mr. Nice Game and Nico Collins or Palmer. Ooh, I like these guys. I like both of these guys.
Oh, that's a good one.
Nico.
Nico.
It's Nico.
Nico.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Nico.
Chaka, Lamar or Gino? Hate this matchup for Lamar.
Against the Browns, really? I'm not as worried about the Browns defense. And what Gino plays tomorrow night against the Giants, right?
Yeah. I'm not benching Lamar, so
Yeah, I'm not gonna bench Lamar. I think I said that last.
It's Lamar. Yeah, it's Lamar.
I think I picked Kirk over Lamar last week, and that was
JJ Witt, Kamara, or Pierce. I'm taking Kamara. Brian, go ahead and tell us why we're wrong.
No, I just like Pierce. I'm a homer, so I'll take Damian Pierce. Until Kamara proves it.
Listen, you drafted Kamara. You waited this long. You started. Him.
You made it this far without him. You're fine. Bench him.
Yo, Nico. Another Kamara question. Jacoby. These names are the same names coming up a lot, guys. Kamara, Jacoby, Nico, Godwin, Addison. These are the same names coming up.
Nico and Godwin. Done.
Nico Kamara, but I could see. I say Nico Kamara.
I'm Godwin Kamara. Screw you guys.
That disrespect.
Elijah, Nakua or Ayuk? I'm going
Ayuk.
Nakua. I'm taking them targets while they last.
I'm going Nakua. Give me Nakua. But barely. It's so close. It's too close. It's so close.
Yeah. Start both if you can.
Yeah.
Elijah. Yeah. Colin, start one of the rookies, O'Connell or DTR over Lamar Jackson. No.
Lamar. Yeah, don't get cute.
Don't do
it. Don't do it.
I love the moxie. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
As a Raider fan, I would really love you to do that. If you do that, send the screenshot, man.
Yeah, send us pics.
Yeah.
Please.
Dalton Foster, Gabe Davis, or Pacheco is Gabe for me.
Gabe for me as well.
Gabe. Yeah, Gabe.
Raka, again, Connor, Madison, Higgins, or Thielen. PPR flex, you can only pick one.
Only one. Higgins.
Yeah, I'm just going to go Higgins.
I'm going Higgins. Give me Higgins.
Yeah, give me T.
L Dragon 97 PPR Mike Evans or Tank Dell. Do I risk Mike Evans fighting? I think you're safe.
Oh my God, that's right, isn't it? Yeah, Mike Evans can't play against the Saints. I forgot about
Mike Evans.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go Evans.
Yeah, I'm still going Evans as well. Mr. Nice Game in Madison, Kamara, or Mostert.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to say. Spencer Graves, thoughts on Jacoby Myers or Sutton for the flex spot in PPR? Am I concerned?
Sutton.
The QB situation in Las Vegas?
Sutton could pop off, and he is going to pop off. So do it. Yeah,
it's good that you have both. Those are two good receivers.
Yeah, that's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caden, the Colts fan, Moore, Hopkins, Kelly, Pierce, start one.
Pierce. Shocking. I know, guys. I know you're all surprised, but
I like Kelly, but
I think it's Pierce, Moore, Hopkins, Kelly in that order for me.
Get crazy and go Hopkins, Caden. Colin Carpenter, Flowers, or Gabe Davis, half PPR.
This is
Gabe. I think it's still Gabe. Guys.
I'm going to go Flowers.
You think so?
Again, it's just because of situation. He's alone out there. It's him and Demarcus Robinson. So yeah, I'll take Flowers.
Yeah, I will too. All right, Raka. By the way, I followed all your advice with my questions from last week. I went 5-0 in all my leagues.
Yeah, you did.
Shout out to
you did. Let's go.
Shout out to you, Raka. If I could print this and save it for every week, I'd put it up there.
Take a screenshot.
Appreciate you, man. He says Devonta Smith or Ayuk.
Devonta Smith.
Yep.
It's always Devonta Smith.
I'm taking.
Is it? I'm going Ayuk. Guys.
If you can flex both of these guys, first off, congrats. Secondly, Devonta Smith, Slim Reaper.
Yeah.
Stays reaping.
Good luck this week, Rocco. We hope you win it again. All 5-0 again.
Get 5-0 again.
Let's do a repeat. Dan, PPR, Jerome Ford, Tank Dell, or Marvin Mims. Oh, I like those options.
No Marvin Mims. No, I think it's between Tank Dell and Ford. Yeah.
I think it's Dell. Barely, but it's Tank Dell.
I think it's Tank Dell.
Ooh, boy.
I'm gonna go Tank Dell. Yeah.
This is such a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Dan, you did good, my man. You did good.
Good job picking both of those up. If you got the Ford and Dell probably off waivers, like nice. That's some solid play. But yeah, I'm gonna go Dell.
Bruce?
Yeah, you gotta go Dell. Yeah, he's hot. He's hot right now. That's tough. I gotta go
It's
down.
tough. It's tough, but I'm gonna
It's
go
tough.
down.
Yeah, I agree. Just in case, not having Watson makes a team struggle, that's my split here. So Tank Dell. Juan Pena Jr. Who from our wide receiver 2 spot? I got Amari, Tank Dell, Myers, Lockett, or Mims. Jeez, man.
Mm.
You guys got so many options, and this is your wide receiver 2.
Yeah, I think Lockett.
I'm not going to go Cooper because of the quarterback situation.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Lockett still. It's Lockett followed closely by Tank Dell.
Yeah, it's Lockett. It's Lockett and Tank Dell.
Yeah,
Lock it in.
Sports Spotlight.
Good fun.
Kyron, Zay Flowers, and Marquise Brown. You can start 2.
Hmm.
Kyron and Zay, I think, just if you can avoid. Now, we said this last week with the Cardinals playing the Cowboys, and we said avoid it, and look what happened. But the Niners are a different breed, and that's a division game. So I'm trying to avoid the Cardinals if I can. So I'll go Kyron and Zay.
Kyron, Zay, yeah.
Yeah, and Brown's a little beat up too. So
yeah.
And that's PPR. He Sports Highlights said. Brandon Martinez, should I bench Debo for Tank or Tutu? This is where you question: do I get too cute? Do I?
No.
Ride the hot hands.
It's Debo.
Look, I will say it's a fair argument because Debo's banged up, and if they are up big, then Debo's not going to get any run. I benched Debo, but I benched him for Devonta Smith. So
it's a little different.
That's different. So I think he's still ride Debo.
Yeah, I'm not benching him. I'm not benching Debo.
Not benching Debo.
E-Rocka, last one, boys. Pick one PPR, one wide receiver in PPR. Higgins or Waddle. And then flex Ford, Sanders, Sutton, or either Higgins or Waddle based on.
I think it's Waddle. I think it's Waddle over Higgins.
Waddle and Sutton, I think. I think you start your Waddle and your wide receiver, and then you flex Sutton over Higgins, I think.
Yeah.
That's what
PPR?
I would probably do.
Yeah.
But Neil.
I'm with you guys on that.
Yeah.
I have my reasons. Higgins, I'm worried about Burrow.
Yeah.
Ford, I'm worried about the quarterback situation. So
and we know that Higgins is going to have another 2-touchdown day because we're all off this week. So
next one, Mr. Nice Game in Devonta Smith or DK or Amari Cooper. I'm going Devonta
Smith.
Bruce.
I'm going DK. I'm
good with that. I'm going DK against the Giants. That secondary rough. So I think that's good. But
Savvy edits. Start Tank Dell over Debo.
No,
I don't do it.
Still riding Debo. Even if they are up big, he's Debo.
He'll likely
get them.
Debo. He'll likely get them
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But great job having both guys. And of course, this is our advice, but always go with your gut, man.
Yeah.
Riley, need one for flex, full PPR, Mike Thomas, Godwin, Tank Dell. We already answered that, didn't we?
Yeah, Scary Terry.
Yeah, that's the same
I did. I said Scary Terry.
Godwin.
Yeah.
Noah Hayes, PPR, Josh Jacobs or Raheem?
Raheem.
How dare you disrespect
Mostert? You got to go Mostert, man.
You can't get them. If you can get them both in your lineup, please do.
Listen, so this is a perfect situation on where, your stud hasn't been playing that well. The not so stud guy, Raheem, is playing really well. At what point do you go, I'm going to let Jacob sit since he hasn't scored more than 11 points in PPR, and I'm going to let Raheem be my guy? This is your situation.
Yeah.
How are the Chargers run defense this year? I'm not sure how.
It's like mid. They're fine. They're good. But I go Mostert. They're both games are going to probably be, honestly, the Chargers may get up big and Jacobs doesn't get much run. So yeah, go Mostert, I think.
I'm gonna waffle. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna say Jacobs. I'm
never gonna say start Raheem over Jacobs because I'm a Raider fan and I love Josh Jacobs. And
that's hard. It's really hard given how they both played.
Yeah. But this is a perfect situation where if you want to ride the hot hand, you ride Raheem and let Josh Jacobs prove it to you. No one's gonna blame you for that.
Yeah.
But if you want to, start Jacobs and not regret it, maybe potentially, then I understand it too. Low keys, Miles Sanders or A-Chain?
A-Chain.
Miles Sanders gets no love.
No, I love Miles Sanders. The Panthers aren't playing well.
No.
So
I'm with you guys. A-Chain. Juan Pena Jr. Who for my tight end spot in flex? I got Jalen Warren, D. Cook, Gainwell, Moore, Henry, or Parham Jr. Man,
Henry in your tight end, flex Jalen Warren.
Yeah.
Henry is Hunter Henry.
Yeah.
Hunter. Yeah, I'm so Hunter Henry.
He's playing Dallas.
Yeah, I just like Hunter Henry because he's the one I think in that offense. So
yeah. But Parham,
I
if
love
you're just
Jalen
looking for a
Warren.
touchdown, if you just want a touchdown, you might.
If you
be
just want a
fine.
touchdown, go Parham.
Yeah.
But if you want somebody who can get you more than 10 points, go Hunter.
Joseph, I'm not going to pronounce the last name. I don't want to do it to you. Full PPR, Robert Woods or Josh Downs. This is the first Josh Downs question. Or
You
Robert
are
Woods
Downs
question.
bad if these are your options. I'll go Josh Downs.
Josh Downs.
Listen, I respect you for playing in a league.
Yeah, this is a
That doesn't
competitive
have
league.
you.
guess.
I hope it's because it's
Yeah.
a big league. I hope
Yeah.
that's what this
Yeah.
is, Joseph.
Yeah.
But yeah, tough situation there. Valon Fleming, Amari Cooper, or Joshua Palmer.
Cooper. It's Cooper.
This is a situation where
Palmer,
no Deshaun
because of
Watson.
quarterback. Yeah.
Do
I'm
you
gonna
trust
take
Cooper?
Herbert over Dorian Robinson Thompson or whatever his name is.
All right. Damn.
Yeah.
I'm going Palmer just because
Yeah, I'm gonna go Palmer.
I don't know what's going to happen with this rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
But I totally get. I mean, I don't know.
Look,
Cooper's
Amari
on-
Cooper, he does have the Devontae Adams gene where it's like it doesn't really matter where his quarterback is or who his quarterback is rather. But they have a more mobile guy who's coming in and he's a rook, so I don't know if he's gonna sling
I
the
can't.
rock the
I
way
can't,
Deshaun is.
I can't do it. I'm doing a Cooper.
Guys,
I can't do it.
what always happens is rookies come in and they hyper target the number one
They're
target.
number one. Yeah,
It's
but
gonna
is,
be
his,
Amari
is
Cooper.
his number one going to be Cooper or is it going to be Njoku? That's what you have
It's
to worry
Cooper.
about.
It's Cooper.
So, go Cooper, and know that you picked the alpha on an alpha.
It's also full point
Exactly.
PPR. He's probably gonna get more targets. Than
yeah,
Palmer
go
usually, so.
Cooper full point.
Mr. Nice Game said, "How come Nico over Palmer?" Just wondering.
I kind of like what we just said. I think it's especially in a PPR setting, I think Nico gets more targets, and I think the Texans' offense is throwing more in the red zone than.
Yeah.
And Palmer's going to be like the big play guy. He's the Mike Williams guy, right? So, that's my rationale. Is I think Nico gets.
But they're
more-
pretty similar this week.
They are.
Mr.
Yeah, I
Nice
don't think you
Game.
can go wrong.
Yeah, I just think Nico's more talented. So give me the more talented player.
Chiquiko, Debo, or Adam Thielen? Debo.
Debo.
Man, I love you, Jaquiko, but
Thielen.
come on, no, come on.
I feel you though, man. I feel you with the
I
injuries.
get it. I get it.
Rochita, U2, YT, James Conner, or D Hop at Flex PPR. No one has picked D Hop yet in any of these questions.
And that's going to continue. James Conner.
Oh man, you guys are nasty.
James Conner.
James Conner.
Yeah, James Conner. Last one I believe here is who has the most upside, Nico, Godwin, or Jacoby, even with all their matches and everything considered.
Godwin. It's always Godwin.
Yeah, you think? What?
Okay.
Dude, so this year, Nico's put up more. I think he's put up more points than Godwin and Jacoby, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
if you're asking who's already done it and who could probably do it again, to me, it's Nico.
Yeah.
So
I know the Bucks and the Saints love to go back and forth, and if the trend continues where Mike Evans can't play against the Saints, then Godwin's probably going to pop off. So I just love Chris Godwin. So I'm never going to bet against him.
Reminder, if you're
Yeah.
watching right now, before we get off here, don't forget to hit subscribe and like the video so you can catch us next week. Don't forget, guys.
Yeah.
We really
Bring it back,
appreciate the
y'all.
support.
Bring it back.
Next one, full PPR, start 3, Waddle, Higgins, 2-2, Joshua Palmer, Godwin.
Waddle, Higgins, and you already know. I gotta go Godwin. Yeah.
Same. Yep. Waddle, Higgins, Godwin.
Yep.
That's
Thanks, fellas, from Vlon.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Val.
Absolutely. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your question. Hopefully you subscribe and like the video.
yeah, come on back.
Thanks. LOL, thanks.
You're welcome.
You're welcome as well. Jaquiko, Tank Dell, or T. Higgins.
T.
T still. Barely. Nah.
No, not barely. I think it's still T.
No, I'm still gonna go T.
Listen, I can say T right now, and then after it happens, if Tank Dell plays better, I meant T for Tank. I meant T for Tank. What were you guys saying?
for
Okay.
Tank.
I'm sorry for the
okay.
miscommunication.
Okay.
Jaden Higgins, or Ford, full PPR.
This is where I might go Ford. I think I'm gonna go Ford here.
Yeah, I guess
It's shaky on both ends.
That one's tough. That one's really tough. But again, quarterback situation, Ford's probably going to get just more volume overall. So
Yeah, I guess give me Ford.
yeah, I'll go
Yeah,
Ford.
I like
love
Ford
T.
for the
Higgins.
volume.
Yeah.
Lump and Nubs,
Nope.
Gabe Davis or Hollywood. I'm taking Gabe.
I'm taking Gabe.
Gabe.
All in one show, Zach Moss or A Chain. I'm taking Zach Moss.
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 Adrian Garza, start 2-2-2. Javante, Jerry, Judy, or Tank Dell? Oh, I like that group of guys.
I like this one a lot. I'm going to go Tutu and Tank on that one.
Tutu and Tank. You're going with the two explosive wide
I am.
receivers.
2-2 tank. 2-2
Yeah.
tank. Give me 2-2 tank. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
Yeah.
think you can go wrong with Javonte here. Jerry Judy's a no-go, but I like the upside of Tutu and Tank.
Yeah.
yeah. 2-2 and
Give me-
Tank is so much fun.
Give me the small guys, the small speedy receivers.
Give me those
Little
firecrackers.
Nico said, "Thank you, no
Welcome,
problem,
Nico.
Nico. Thank you, man. Thank you for supporting.
Thanks for
Thank you
being
for
here.
watching. We appreciate it."
Yeah.
Victor Sosa, A-Chain or Metcalf?
Metcalf.
Metcalf. Yeah.
Against those Giants. He gonna
Yeah.
eat.
Oh,
He's gonna
my.
eat.
Yeah, he's going to feast.
All right. I think that's all the questions that we have right now. All the comments are. Oh, wait, hold on. One more.
One more.
Mr.
Last
Nice
one.
Game.
Last one. We got to go, guys.
Last
We're
one.
down
Terry
so
McLaurin
long.
or Nico? Last one.
Ooh, I got to go Terry. Scary Terry. Scary Terry.
Yeah, I'll
Scary
still
Terry.
go with Terry over Nico.
Me too. And then actually, all in one show, he says, "Last check, Waddle or Nakua."
Nakua!
Damn, the questions keep coming in.
You know, let me say this. It depends on what you need. If you need a guy who can come in and explode for like win you the week, it's Waddle. If you need the safe play, I think it's probably Nakua because I know he's going to get the targets. So
Yeah, I'll still take Waddle.
Do we based on matchup? I mean, he just answered. We just answered it. We just
Yeah.
answered it. Michael, I got Madison, White, and Breida.
I like White again just because of targets, and that offense is healthy. So I'll
Bruce,
go-
take your
Yeah.
Giants running back. Tell them you believe in your Giants right now.
hell no. I got to go Madison. If it's out of those three, it's Madison.
Yeah, it's Madison for me too.
Yeah.
That's that. Okay, Mason.
last
what
one,
do you
guys. Genuinely the last one.
Yeah, what do you expect out of IU today? I'm starting him over Sutton. I think
Start him over Sutton.
Yeah.
Start him over Sutton. If he's healthy, you start him over Sutton.
Yeah, the Niners are probably going to run up the score in the first half, and Ayuk is going to be a big part of that, especially if Debo is more banged up than we actually think.
yeah.
Because those rib injuries are not.
If
fun.
you can get them both in your lineup, do it. I love Sutton this
Yes.
week. All right, guys, that is it for today. We appreciate everyone for joining us. We appreciate all these questions. This is a
great.
blast every single weekend. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel so that way you can turn your notifications. Make sure you catch us so you don't have to wait till the last minute like this. We don't want you to miss the cutoff of your lineup cutoff. So definitely subscribe, like the video. Don't forget, we have lots of videos that go up throughout the week, shorts, other stuff. We might do more live soon as well. Let us know what you want. No problem, Mason. You're welcome.
Yeah,
But
thank
we
you,
appreciate you guys as always. That is it for today. Brian, Bruce, you guys have any parting words before we go?
Just also enjoy the last day of the MLB season. There's going to be a little bit of
Get
chaos
outta
today,
here.
sprinkled
Yeah,
in
how do I mute his
with
mic?
our NFL.
How do I
So
mute
for all
his
my
mic?
baseball fans out there, let's.
How do I mute
I'll
his
be tilted.
mic?
I'll be
Bruce, you
tilted,
got anything?
so-
Nah, just enjoy the week, man. I feel like keep an eye out for DTR. If you need a quarterback, no, it's good. No, keep an eye on DTR. If you're in Dynasty and he's out there, make sure you pick up DTR. Pick up DTR.
Yeah, definitely. Man, we have more comments coming in. I want to answer them so bad really quickly. They're all flying in, too much of them, though. Okay, let's
Okay,
just do this really quick.
Real
Kendrick
quick.
Bourne, Josh Downs, or Cooper?
Mari Cooper.
Cooper.
Amari Cooper.
Need one for flex. Thomas, Godwin, Tank Dell, Scary.
Godwin.
Scary Terry.
Higgins, Hopkins, Gabe. Pick two.
Higgins, Gabe.
Higgins.
Yeah.
Higgins, Gabe. All right, guys, that's it. We are out of here. I have to go right now. See you guys later. Subscribe to the channel. Go to
Good luck this week.
RalphFantasy.com. Bye.